Hello everybody and welcome to Parks Bros. It's Drew here, and today we have some exciting news from the state of Virginia at both of their major parks, with an old ride getting a new name and a new ride getting an old name. So it's a pretty exciting year for the state of Virginia and roller coasters upcoming in 2025, especially at Busch Gardens Williamsburg and Kings Dominion. We're both receiving a brand new roller coaster manufactured by B&M next year. The first of which at Busch Gardens Williamsburg is going to be a family inverted coaster that had its name up for public vote as of a couple months ago, and now officially has a name as of last week. The other new coaster is called Rapterra at Kings Dominion. This is going to be a B&M launched wing coaster that will take you upside down multiple times and is definitely on the more thrill side of roller coasters. That ride is taking up the plot of Volcano, the blast coaster in the new Jungle Expedition area, whereas the new coaster at Busch Gardens Williamsburg will be in their Oktoberfest section and will be themed to the fairy tale of the Big Bad Wolf. Speaking of that name, there was a very, very famous ride, an aero-suspended coaster, at Busch Gardens Williamsburg for many years in that same section of the park called the Big Bad Wolf. With its red and black color scheme, it sent you flying throughout a small German village, terrorizing the town, and going over one of the most picturesque drops in the world. Eventually, that ride was closed down and made way for a ride called Verbolten, which has been very popular over the past decade. But the fans of Busch Gardens Williamsburg never, ever forgot about the Big Bad Wolf and its crazy influence. Now, with that in mind, a B&M family inverted coaster is pretty similar, at least to the general public's idea of a roller coaster, to the original aero-suspended concept. And especially with a similar color scheme, people jumped onto that idea of this is just being Big Bad Wolf 2. In the past, Busch Gardens Williamsburg has actually reached out to their fans to help name new rides and attractions at the park, with the most famous or infamous example of this being Invader, which when that ride was officially announced, they gave fans the options to choose from Invader, Viking Raider, and Battle Clash as the name of the ride. Fast forward to 2025 at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and they gave three options for the name yet again: Wolf's Storm, Wolf's Reign, and Geister Wolf. Most fans immediately latched on to the idea that this is super, super close to the Big Bad Wolf, and why not just name it the Wolf's Revenge, or the Big Bad Wolf's Revenge, or Son of Big Bad Wolf, something along those lines, alluding to the original, much beloved ride. So after a round of voting already went through, the park announced their brand new name that was not included on the options, and it's officially going to be called the Big Bad Wolf, the Wolf's Revenge. If you're curious about some stats for the ride, you will have to be 42 inches to ride it with a companion that is supervising you, or you can ride it at 48 inches by yourself. There is 2,500 feet of track, and it will get you up to a speed of 40 miles an hour. There is no inversions on the ride, and it's set to terrorize the same German town that the original Big Bad Wolf did back in the day. Personally, I think the name is actually pretty great. I love that it's harkening back and taking in some nostalgia from the original ride. However, I'm not the biggest fan of the repeating words. The Big Bad Wolf, the Wolf's Revenge. I don't think we need the and wolf in there twice. Why not just the Big Bad Wolf's Revenge? I think that would be a great simplification of the name. Or heck, even just saying the subtitle, The Wolf's Revenge, would be a great name for a new roller coaster. This ride is going to be really fun for the entire family while providing a little bit extra thrill too. So make sure to check it out when you visit Busch Gardens Williamsburg in 2025 and beyond. Now moving more inland to Kings Dominion, their old ride, first known as Intimidator 305 and eventually Project 305 once the IP license ran out, has a brand new name, theme, and even color scheme as of today. This coaster has been much beloved for many years now, originally opening in 2010, themed to Dale Earnhardt Sr. It was super iconic in the skyline, standing 305 feet tall, and in its bright red and yellow color scheme was pretty much unmistakable. As of the last couple of years, they ran out of their licensing and had to change the name to Project 305 with a more generic theme all around. But this ride is in that same area as rides like Rapterra that are opening next year. Tumbili, one of the newest coasters at the park, also in that area. And actually it brought forward the change into making that area the Jungle Expedition theme altogether, while in that same year they renamed their bobsled coaster into Reptilian. So now it's I-305 or Project 305's time to change into a more jungle theme. Its new paint scheme, orange track with black supports, is going to look super slick if you ask me. Maybe it's just me being from Orange County, California, but orange and black always looks great. Now, while the color scheme is going to look amazing, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the brand new name as it was officially announced. It will be Pantherian. Pantherian? I'm actually not entirely sure how they want us to pronounce this, but it's the word panther and then IAN. I think the logo looks really great. It actually even gives a little nod to its original name with the I sticking out more than the other letters. But this 14-year-old Intamin Giga Coaster is getting much love this off-season, and I'm very excited to see it. I'm glad it's not going away anytime soon. And I think even though the name might not be the best, I'm sure the additional theming they'll add as well as the brand new colors will just look really striking in person. If you're on the East Coast at all and it's easier for you to visit than someone like me in California, definitely go check out both parks next year as they look to be having some of the best lineups in the US as well as some of the best park experiences. And being completely honest, both of them are at the top of my list to visit very soon. But with that all said, I want to say thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. What are your thoughts on the names down below? Do you agree with my thoughts on both of them? Let me know. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe. We're going to be posting more news updates, construction updates from Southern California, and many more types of videos. So if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe. But again, thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, we'll see you on the next ride.